שלום לכולם, נדב כאן שוב מקנג'י גיימינג, והיום אנחנו משחקים Stanley Parable, יותר נכון חוזרים לשחק. אם אתם לא יודעים, עשינו 4 סרטונים מהסדרה הזו בערוץ, אבל היום אנחנו הולכים לעשות עוד איזה סוף אחד, סתם כאקסטרה, כי עוד סרטון אקסטרה בחג, לקראת החג, וגם ההתחלה של ספיישל שנה לערוץ, חבר'ה. כן, ב-30 באוקטובר, אם אני לא טועה. הקמנו את הערוץ, כלומר פתחנו את הערוץ, וכן, עוד מעט זה שנה, עוד מעט ה-30 באוקטובר עוד פעם. אז אני עושה את הסרטון הזה כדי לחזור, זה הספתח של הספיישל הזה. אז אני חושב שאנחנו נצא ונחפש את החברים שלנו. אני יודע שהגעתי לפה, ואני לא בטוח אם הלכתי לשם או לשם. אז תנו לי לבדוק את זה ואני אלך לדרך ההפוכה מזה שעשיתי בסרטון. בינתיים עד שאני מסיים לבדוק, לכו לצפות ב4 הסרטונים הראשונים אם בא לכם, למרות שיש לי קול ילדותי יותר והאיכות הקלטה פחות טובה, אבל לא נורא, לכו לצפות ואני אחזור יחד איתכם. מעולה, ברוכים הבאים לחזרה, אני מקווה שצפיתם ב4 הסרטונים, ואם לא אז מה עשיתם עד עכשיו ולכו לצפות בהם כרגע. אנחנו עלינו על זה באמת, ואנחנו נכנסנו לשם, בסרטון של הדלת האדומה.
I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
for her. כלומר שיש אישה בסיפור. רגע, אפשר ללכת לשם?
To put your work aside, to let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
מה זה? חדר חשוך?
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this, to reach out to her. If you can truly place your faith in another, then pick up the phone.
אוקיי, בואו נענה. אוקיי, מסך לבן. 427.
Oh, Stanley, is that you? Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven. All right. Okay, there we go. All right, now, I want you to come in and tell me all about your day.
אוי. זה מצחיק.
Did you actually think you had a loving wife? I
Oi,
want to commit their
did I
life to
say?
you. I'm trying to make a point here, Stanley. I'm trying to get you to see something. Come inside. Let me show you what's really going on here.
אוקיי.
This is a very sad story about the death of a man
לא.
named Stanley.
לא, אני לא רוצה למות. Good morning, employee 427. Press 8 on your keyboard. Okay.
Stanley is quite a boring fellow.
לחצתי.
A job that demands nothing of him, and every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence.
אוקיי, 7.
Look at him there, pushing buttons, doing exactly what he's told to do.
זה לא היה פה.
Now he's pushing a button. Now he's eating lunch. Now he's going home. Now he's coming back to work. One might even feel sorry for him, except that he's chosen this life.
למה?
But in his mind, he can go on fantastic adventures. From behind his desk, Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown, fantastic discoveries of new lands. It was wonderful, and each day that he returned to work was a reminder that none of it would ever happen to him.
To watch TV?
And so he began to fantasize about his own job. First, he imagined that one day while at work, he stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the face of the earth. The thought excited him terribly.
Spend time with the boys?
He went further. He imagined that he came to two open doors and that he could go through either.
זה היה פה?
At last, choice. It barely even mattered what lay
אני די
behind each
בטוח
door.
שזה לא היה פה.
The mere thought that his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to behold. As he wandered through this fantasy world, he began to fill it with many possible paths and destinations. Down one path lay an enormous round room with monitors and mind controls. And down another was a yellow line that weaved in many directions. And down another was a game with a baby.
עשינו את שלושתם, אני חושב.
The Stanley Parable. It was such a wonderful fantasy, and so in his head he relived it again, and then again, and again, over and over, wishing beyond hope that it would never end, that he might always feel this free. Surely there's an answer down some new path, mustn't there be? Perhaps if he played just one more time.
צודק לגמרי. אוקיי.
But there is no answer. How could there possibly be? In reality, all he's doing is pushing the same buttons he always has. Nothing has changed. The longer he spends here, the more invested he gets, the more he forgets which life is the real one.
To go to sleep.
And I'm trying to tell him this, that in this world he can never be anything but an observer, that as long as he remains here, he's slowly killing himself. But he won't listen to me. He won't stop. Here, watch this. Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it.
אני לא יודע מה לעשות, אני אלחץ. כי אני לא סטני, אני לא יכול... סליחה, אני לא לוחץ הכפתורים.
How can I tell him in a way that he'll understand that every second he remains here, he's electing to kill himself? How can I get him to see what I see? How can I make him look at himself? I suppose I can't, not in the way I want him to.
חזרנו למשרד של סטני, אם שמתם לב.
The same as Stanley. We're not so different, I suppose. I'll try once more to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to. I must. Perhaps, well, maybe this time he'll see. Maybe this time. And I tried again.
לא.
And Stanley pushed a button.
לא יכול. לא, אני לא.
I tried again. And Stanley pushed a button. And I tried.
חושך? זהו? מה זה רוצה ממני? אנחנו עושים עוד פעם. אני יודע, יש איסטר אג. אני אראה אתכם כשאני אגיע לחדר עם הטלפון. אני יודע שיש איזשהו איסטר אג שלא ראינו. אוי, אני מניח שלא סיימנו. מה זה? זה שונה. אוקיי, אני אראה אתכם כשאני אגיע לשם אם אני לא... אני יודע. אוקיי, אז הנה אנחנו עוד פעם בדלת. בואו ניכנס. כן, ואז...
You need to be the one to do this. Oh, no. Did you just unplug the phone?
Ken.
No, that wasn't supposed to be a choice. How did you do that? You actually chose incorrectly? I didn't even know that was possible. Let me double check.
Ken, that's
it's definitely here, clear as day. Stanley picks up the phone. He's taken to his apartment where he finds his wife, and the two pledge themselves to one another. Music comes in, fade to white, roll credits. Not picking up the phone is actually somehow an incorrect course of action. How is that even possible? None of these decisions were supposed to mean anything. I don't understand. How on earth are you making meaningful choices? What did you... Wait a second. Did I just see... No, that's not possible. I can't believe it. How had I not noticed it sooner? You're not Stanley. You're a real person. I can't believe I was so mistaken. This is why you've been able to make correct and incorrect choices.
בדיוק.
To think I've been letting you run around in this game for so long. If you'd made any more wrong choices, you might have negated it entirely. It's as though you completely ignored even the most basic safety protocol for real-world decision-making. Or did you not grasp the severity of the situation? Well, I won't have that kind of risk on my watch. I'm going to stop the game for a moment so we can educate you properly on safe decision-making in the real world. Please observe this helpful instruction.
אוקיי, חבר'ה, תצפו ותהנו.
Choice. It's the best part of being a real person. But if used incorrectly, can also be the most dangerous. For example, in this scenario, a hypothetical real person named Stephen has a choice. He could spend years helping improve the quality of life for citizens of impoverished third world nations. Or he could systematically set fire to every orphan living in a 30-kilometer radius of his house.
אוי ויי.
Which choice would you make? Remember that
עוזר.
unlike here, the real world makes sense, and at no time should you make a choice that does not conform to rational logic. If you find yourself speaking to a person who does not make sense, in all likelihood, that person is not real. Allow the person to finish their thought, then provide an excuse why you cannot continue talking. Turn to a partner and practice saying, "My goodness, is it 4:30? I'm supposed to be having a back sack and crack."
מה?
Excellent. Making choices on a
Oh,
regular
vale.
basis
About
is
yes.
the best part to a healthy decision-making process. Most medical professionals recommend making at least 8 choices per day. Do you make more than 8? Less? And finally, if you begin to wonder if your choices are actually meaningful and whether you'll ever make a significant contribution to the world, just remember that in the vast infiniteness of space, your thoughts and problems are materially insignificant, and the feeling should subside. At this time, your instructor will guide you in an exercise to test and reinforce the material covered in this video.
אוקיי. אוי, מה?
Welcome back. You may have noticed that this room has begun to deteriorate as a result of narrative contradiction. But not to worry. Now that you're properly informed on good decision-making, we're going to revisit a choice you made just a few minutes ago and see what the correct thing to do would have been. This way, please.
אני אוהב את המשחק הזה. אוקיי, אז אני חושב שאנחנו חוזרים את הכל עכשיו. זה סוף שלא היינו בו. הם חסמו, אני לא יכול למות אפילו. נכון, אני לא יכול לעבור פה. וואי, נבלתי לרגע. אוקיי, מסתבר שלא.
Now that we know your choices are meaningful, we can't have you jumping off the platform and dying. Imagine the main character dying senselessly halfway through the story. That story would make no sense at all. We just need to get you home as soon as possible before the narrative contradiction gets any worse. Unfortunately, it seems this place is not well equipped to deal with reality.
אוקיי. אז אנחנו חוזרים הכל. יש פה מעבר, אפשר לפתוח את הדלת. אוקיי. אוי, אפשר לפתוח אף דלת. אפשר לעשות כלום.
Almost there. You'll take the door on the left, back to the correct ending, the story will have resolution once again, and you'll be home free in the real world.
אני לא רוצה, אני רוצה לסטות מהסיפור, זה המטרה במשחק הזה.
Now remember, all you need to do is behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back in the other direction. Perhaps we're not too late.
Okay. לא. אני חוזר. הוא לא איתני. וזה שבור. אוקיי, בואו נלך לצד השני. נלך לכאן, ואז לפה. אי אפשר לפתוח אף דלת, כמובן, כי זה משחק מאוד... אוי, לא.
Oh, it's It's ruined. I can't believe, after everything we talked about, that my story, you've destroyed my work. Why? For what? What did you get out of that? What did you think was so special about seeing the game undone, left here like so much garbage? It's worthless now. And what am I supposed to do? Even if there were a way to continue, would it be worth it? To know that my story is now incorrect? How can I go back to that? I can't erase that. I'll have to live with it forever. Reliving its impossibility. I couldn't live that way. Is it better to shut the game down entirely? To destroy all of my work? I don't know. What's the answer? What do I do? What do I do? What do I... No, I have to. I have to shut the game down.
לא.
I have to.
לא, בבקשה. לא, אל תעשה... אוי, הכל עבוד. לא, מה?
I'm here. I'm still here. Here in this pile of rubbish. With you. You. Who thought you were so clever. Now look where we are. My entire game is destroyed. It was the only thing in the world that was mine, and you've run it into the ground. What, did you think that would be funny? You just had to see? Didn't I impress upon you how important it was to be like Stanley? He actually knows how to do what I tell him to. He understands that if I say to do something, there's a damn good reason for it. That thought hadn't even occurred to you, had it?
No.
That there's a world outside of you. You're a child. Oh, my story. If you'd just gone through the door on the left, you would have seen it. There was a whole underground facility. You would have destroyed it and been victorious. It would have been so perfect. I worked so hard on it. I tried so hard.
No.
Behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
לא, אנחנו נלך לצד שמאל.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief,
Oh,
Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Oh. Oh.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
אוקיי. עד כה אין לנו איך... מה פה? כלום. אפשר לפתוח. אוי. זה לא נראה לי כמו...
Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human
אוי,
life.
לא.
Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this, until he saw the door with a voice receiver next to it. Surely behind this door lay all the answers to his questions. And beyond all probability, he knew the passcode. He had seen it on his boss's computer just last week. Nightshark 115. Was this the code to open the door? Would it still work? There was only one way to find out. Stanley had been trained never to speak up, but now he would draw from within himself the courage to face the unknown. He drew a sharp breath and then spoke the code.
Nightshark 115? Nightshark 115? זה היה הקוד?
Stanley spoke the code. Nightshark 115. He spoke it into the receiver, right there on the wall.
Nightshark 115. מספר...
I'm sorry, is there a problem?
כן.
You didn't mishear me, did you?
לא, אני אמרתי.
Speak the code into the receiver. Otherwise we can't get on with the story. This is a crucial step.
Nightshark 115. סליחה, זה לא אשמתי שאתם לא קיבלתם...
Fine, you're not going to do it, but you know what? It's pretty humiliating to bring you this far, only for you to suddenly decide you have better things to do. I asked you for this one single thing, for your respect. The kind of respect Stanley shows for his choices. He knows what it means to take a story seriously. If you didn't want to see what I had to show you, then why did you come here? You had a choice, you know. You could have gone through the door on the right. You could have done whatever the hell you wanted over there. Why did you come this way? Say something to me. Explain yourself, you coward. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Stanley?
Stanley? Hello? Are you... Is everything okay? Stanley, please. I need you to make a choice. I need you to walk through the door. Are you listening to me? Can you hear me? Is everything all right? Stanley, this is important.
קרדיטס. אז אני חושב בזה אנחנו חתמנו לגמרי את הסדרה, לקראת השנה השנייה לקנג'י גיימינג.
You hear me? Are you there? Are you listening to this? Stanley, are you there?
כן, אני פה.
Okay. It's okay, I can wait. You need time to decide. Time to make sure your choice is correct. That is the best choice. That's all right. I'll wait for you to decide what's the right thing to do. Take as much time as you need.
זה מאוד מלחיץ. אני לא יכול לזוז יותר. אז זהו, תודה רבה שצפיתם בפרק המוזר הזה של סטנלי פרבל. ובזה חתמנו את הסדרה. הנה, מסך לטעינה, וזהו. אוקיי, אני הייתי נדב מקנג'י גיימינג. לכו לצפות בסדרה הזו שעשיתי, אם אתם לא ראיתם את הפרקים עדיין, למרות שנתתי לכם זמן לראות אותם. תודה רבה, אני הייתי נדב מקנג'י גיימינג, שיהיה לכם חג שמח, צום קל, שבת שלום, רגע, רגע, הנה. ולהתראות.
What if he had to make a decision? What if a crucial outcome fell under his responsibility? He had never been trained for that. No. This couldn't go any way except badly. The thing to do now, Stanley thought to himself, is to wait. Nothing will hurt me. Nothing will break me. In here I can be happy forever. I will be happy. Stanley waited. Hours passed, then days. Had years gone by? He no longer had the ability to tell. But the one thing he knew for sure, beyond any doubt, was that if he waited long enough, the answers would come. Eventually, someday, they would arrive. Soon, very soon now, this will end. He will be spoken to. He will be told what to do. Now it's just a little bit closer. Now it's even closer. Here it comes.
אוי ויי. להתראות. לא, אנחנו לא הולכים. ביי.